Yes, I caught the bastard with another woman, with my own eyes, in the worst possible place. I was never that kind of woman, the one who spies, who distrusts, who hides behind a tree. I trusted him, or at least I used to. It all started with small things, schedules that no longer made sense, his phone always face down, long showers as soon as he got home, smiles that were no longer for me, and that phrase that now makes me sick just remembering it. I'm tired, babe. He was always tired, but apparently not for everything. At first, I convinced myself that I was overreacting. I told myself I couldn't possibly be doubting the man I had built a life with, a home, plans, promises. I told myself I was just being paranoid. But the body doesn't lie. I could feel it. Something inside me was screaming that another story was unfolding behind my back. The day I caught him was a Tuesday, just an ordinary Tuesday. He told me he was leaving early, that he had things to take care of outside the city. Work, he said. Always work. I watched him get dressed more carefully than usual. Clean shirt, cologne, too much cologne. He gave me a quick kiss, the kind that feels like a formality, and left without looking me in the eyes. I stayed standing in the kitchen with a strange feeling in my chest. Not broken yet. Just strange, restless, like I somehow knew what was coming but didn't want to accept it. 10 minutes passed. I don't know why I did it. Something pushed me. I grabbed my keys, went outside, and got into the car. I didn't know exactly where I was going. I only knew that I had to follow him. From a distance, I saw his truck. I kept a safe space. Enough not to raise suspicion, enough not to lose him. My hands were shaking on the steering wheel. My head was racing. A part of me still hoped I was wrong. A part of me still wanted everything to have a logical explanation, something boring, something normal. But he didn't go to work. He left the city. The scenery began to change. The pavement turned into dirt. The houses disappeared. Just open land, and that wooded area I had only seen from afar, but never stepped into. A place no one goes without a very clear reason. When he stopped, I stopped, too, several yards behind him. Then I turned off the engine. I saw him get out, look around, as if making sure no one was following him. And in that moment, I understood everything, even before I saw it. He walked into the woods. I waited. I don't know how long. A minute, 5, an eternity. I got out of the car with shaky legs, not knowing what I was about to find, and yet I kept moving forward anyway. The woods were thick, dry branches, soft ground. I could hear the sound of my own steps. I moved slowly, carefully. The air felt heavy. The silence felt suspicious. And then I heard voices. I couldn't make out the words, but I didn't need to. I would recognize his voice in a crowd. I would recognize it even with my ears covered. It was him, laughing. That laugh that hadn't been for me in months. My body froze. Every muscle tense. I took a few more steps, just a few, and I saw the scene. Not all of it, not yet. I only saw 2 silhouettes, very close, too close. I saw a hand that wasn't mine. I saw his head leaning towards someone else. I saw gestures I knew by heart, but directed at another person. It felt like the world came crashing down on me. My mind filled with images. His face when he swore he loved me. His promises. his plans with me, all of it layered over the scene right in front of my eyes. I wanted to run. I wanted to step out and scream. I wanted to disappear. I wanted to wake up, all at the same time. I don't know how long I stayed there, frozen, breathing slowly so they wouldn't hear me. My heart was racing. Every beat was a mix of rage, pain, disbelief, until something clicked inside me. It wasn't a scream. It wasn't a cry. I came up with something better. I slipped my hand into my pocket and felt my phone. That's when the idea was born. I didn't think, I acted. I pulled out the phone carefully, muted it, lowered my body further among the bushes, and aimed. At first, the image shook. My whole body was shaking. But I focused. And then I saw it. All of it. Him. Without a doubt. No excuses, no chance to deny it later. I recorded everything. When I felt like I would break if I watched 1 second more, I turned off the camera. I stayed silent, phone pressed against my chest like it was sacred proof. I took a few steps back, slowly, retreating, and I left that place. I got to my car, almost unable to feel my legs. I sat behind the wheel and finally breathed, deep, shaking. I looked in the mirror. My face was pale, my eyes wide. I was no longer the same woman who had left her house an hour earlier. I started driving. I didn't cry on the way. I didn't scream. I didn't call anyone. Silence followed me the entire way. Heavy silence, full of thoughts. I wasn't thinking about him. I was thinking about me, about everything I had believed, about everything I had lived through while being deceived. When I got home, I left the keys on the table. I sat down, took out my phone, watched the video again. Just once. Enough. My stomach burned with rage, but I no longer doubted. And then I made my decision. I wasn't going to make a private scene. I wasn't going to cry in a locked room. I wasn't going to give him the privilege of a four-walled conversation. He had played in the shadows. I was going to drag him into the light. I opened my social media. I uploaded the video. I didn't write insults, no long explanations, just one line. I found my husband in the woods with another woman. Nothing more. I posted it. I left the phone on the table and stared at the wall. The first few seconds felt like an enormous void. Then notifications started blowing up, one sound after another. Messages, calls, comments, my name everywhere. People who hadn't spoken to me in years, family, friends, acquaintances, strangers. The video spread on its own. When he got home, it was already done. He walked in with his phone in hand, his face frozen, pale, eyes desperate. I didn't need to say a word. What did you do? He said, his voice broken. I was sitting, calm. Inside I trembled, yes, but on the outside, for the first time in a long time, I was steady. What you deserved, I replied. He put his hands on his head, pacing, saying my name, begging me to delete it, claiming I was ruining everything. I watched him like a stranger, because that's what he was now. You ruined yourself, I said. The phone wouldn't stop ringing. His, mine, the whole world finding out at once. He sat down on the floor, literally, like his legs couldn't hold him anymore. And me, for the first time, I didn't feel pity. I felt relief. That night there were no screams, no fights, no insults.
something worse. Shame. Lost looks. Words that no longer mattered. Dead promises. I grabbed a bag, packed a few things, and left. Then what had to happen happened. People took sides. Some supported me, others defended him. The story spread everywhere. I lost things, he did too. But there's a huge difference between losing for telling the truth and losing for living a lie. Today, I don't know what's become of him, and I don't care. What I do know is that that day, in that woods, I didn't just uncover an affair. I discovered that I could stop being the woman who blindly trusts and become the woman who never stays silent again. And that was my revenge.